Stop to the action with a They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. Oh, twisting away. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Price. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Darnold. He'll drop this one underneath to Price. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
Again, Darnold. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this to Price. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Steelers 0. Jason Myers.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers wants to change the look. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 73 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I showed my age a little bit, Madden, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They'll run on 1st down with Price. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Back to throw, Darnold. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Darnold. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Darnold now to throw. That is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Again, it's Johnson. And some room to work.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Shifts by at the 15. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They run. It's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Johnson.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Seahawks 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
A give up the middle to Price.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Darnold.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Defended by Jamel Dean.
Here's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, here's Price. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
As Shaheed going to go in motion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
He'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go to Johnson again.
And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
134 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Johnson.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play. A running play, it's Dowdle.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Rodgers now to throw.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Throwing is Rodgers. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. They give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Boswell for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Seahawks 13.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. But I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll try and keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again with Dowdle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Catch is made by Metcalf. moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Rodgers.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers to throw once more. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against him.
2nd and 4. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now a give running left is Price. Dodges him at the 50. And we'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
60 Maverick.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw here. And he's got this down to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Motion left, Cup.
Give up the middle, Price. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Darnold.
He finds Smith and Jimbo in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
A great effort there. 30 yards. And
And the Seahawks are back within a couple of the lead.
For the two-point conversion.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. On play action, now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. An inside run with Price. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Offensive line. For their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Off of play action, Darnold. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down with Price.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good game before he's taken down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for this with Price.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been... football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Straight ahead with...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the... There he goes, right side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Extra point now by Boswell. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
28 all. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
But this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Price. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Joey Porter Jr. on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Barner down the field. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
26 yards.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
At the 48-yard line.
Darnold to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. Got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Darnold. Got a man wide open. It's Shaheed. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down.
Out of the gun to give to Charbonnet. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
There's Charbonnet once again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Now Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now Rodgers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a dangerous throw in a tie ball game because you've still got overtime in your back pocket. You don't want to turn it over and give the other guys a chance for a last-second field goal, but fortunately here, that one winds up incomplete.
Rodgers to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. They give to Johnson going right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
Jason Myers to kick off for
So it's the Steelers who will have their first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5.
Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
165 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues. They run here with Dowdle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And they're going to try to screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was Sam Darnold, CD, who really led the charge.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.